Fellow tennis nerds, I hope you are well. We have more pro player racket updates. We have racket updates for you guys who like to try new rackets. So many new rackets on the market. This is January and it's getting complicated. You can easily get lost into the racket jungle. I hope our reviews on tennisnerd.net and so on can help you find the racket for your game. But first, let's get into the pro player stuff. Jannik Sinner, who you might have watched practice, well, it was an exhibition match against Felix Auger-Aliassime. He played with his old cosmetic again. He's been very reluctant to change the cosmetic of his speed. For a while, he used the Speed 2026, the ones you can buy now, Speed Tour, Speed MP, Speed Pro. We have reviewed them on this channel as a legend cosmetic, but we also reviewed the Speed Tour in the new cosmetic, which is also white and kind of bluish. But yeah, for some reason, he goes back to the 2022 cosmetic. Maybe it's because he has strong feelings around these rackets because he won slams with them. He feels like the paint affects the racket somehow and makes it play different. There's some reason, maybe it's mental, placebo, whatever you want to call it. We've had this situation in the past. We had Andy Murray, he refused to go to the new Radical for a while. Maybe he didn't like it. Maybe there was some personal reason for it. We had Del Potro, who refused to switch to new rackets for a long time. It was not only cosmetic there, he felt like it played really different, was stiffer in the new cosmetic. So it's not the first time. Djokovic, he likes to play the full black cosmetic. He doesn't like the white and black on the speeds. Federer didn't like his tuxedo cosmetic back in the day, you know, with the white on the sides. He felt like it distracted him. And yeah, and so on. Probably more stories about this with rackets. It's a personal thing. It can be purely mental. It can be mental and technical somehow. But Sinner probably will show up to his first round at the Australian Open with his Speed 2022 cosmetic. Not so shocking considering he's been really reluctant to switch to this one. Andrew Rublev has switched, but he switched strings on his Gravity Pro. Luxlum 4G, it's quite of an interesting string change from Luxlum Adrenaline. I would guess he's probably gone down a bit in tension because the Adrenaline is softer. And 4G is one of the stiffer strings on the market, not the spinniest string, but has kind of a unique feel and playability. So if you like 4G, it's tough to find an alternative. It's an excellent string, and he's now gone for it in the Gravity Pro. Maybe Head doesn't love it, but you play with what you like the most, right? So we'll see how he can perform with Safin by his side and a new string, Luxlum 4G. We have Dino Prismic, next gen star, and was playing a little bit of the Pythons, trying Wilsons, blacked out arrow. Now he's shown up to the Australian Open qualis with proper arrow cosmetic. With no official news, but you know, no blacked out frames anymore. Full on Aero 98 cosmetic for him. You've probably seen the new cosmetic. We're gonna do a review in like a week or so, maybe a little bit longer due to media embargoes. But we have been testing these rackets for a few months. You've seen Alcaraz play with it, you've seen Auger-Aliassime and a bunch of other guys. I counted to 14 Aero users in the top 100 men's rankings, so it's a very popular frame. Ben Shelton has now switched strings. He has gone from Polytour Strike in the mains to Polytour Spin, so something similar to what Casper Ruud uses, Polytour Spin mains, Polytour Pro crosses. It's going to give him a little bit more spin potential, maybe a bit of a softer string setup, because overall Strike is a very, very firm string. It will be interesting to see if he's adjusted his tension somewhat. I would guess that many players will go up in tension now in Australia. It's going to be very hot, ball's going to fly more, and we'll see how the tensions go up. So if you know his new tension, please comment. We have Elina Svitolina with a signature racket, a signature Diadem Axis. We have reviewed the Diadem Axis on the channel. It's a great spin frame in many ways. Now she has her own cosmetic that she was very much involved in designing according to Diadem. So this looks cool. It would be nice to see it up close. It's done her really well, this racket, because she has won her first tournament of the year with the frame. So all good for Elina Svitolina. We have Christian Garin back to his Aero. This was the racket he used to play before he broke through, then went to the Head Radical, and then E-Zone for a bit, and he was a little bit all over the place with apparel and rackets. Now back to the Aero. Let's see if he can come back to his old form, because he was, you know, falling a bit in the rankings, maybe due to injuries, maybe due to something else, but back to his old racket. I'm not sure if it's the old Aero or a new Aero, but, you know, back to something that probably feels more like home. We have new shoes from Head. Revolt 5.0, sturdy, comfortable, cushiony, stable shoe, and one of my favorites. I prefer the Enduro Pro overall, but I'm very curious to try this 5.0. Review to come on the channel and tennisnerd.net, so always check there for more information. If you've tried these shoes, please comment below. But we also have other racket news. We have the Ultra Tour 98 out for sale now. It used to be a Japan only model, Ki Nishikori signature, 308 grams unstrung, 1819 string pattern, 98 square inch head size. Now it's available also outside Japan. I found it on wilson.com. I will be putting links below so you can check these rackets out, because I know there are many of you that have been very interested about this racket. Same goes for the Pro Staff Classic that we'll talk about soon. But Ultra Tour 98 now available on wilson.com. Still not on Tennis Warehouse, but I will keep you posted. Check back on tennisnerd.net and our Instagram page for more information about these rackets. But that's not all. In the Ultra family, we have also the QC Ultra, the 95, a very popular model that is now back for sale. It was gone for a little bit. Qinwen Zheng, who is injured sadly, has some issues with her elbow, has been using this model for, I think, most of her career, and now she has a signature model in the Ultra Cosmetic. Great frame, more power than you would think from a 95 square inch head size. 1620 pattern is interesting, giving you some spin, but still some directional control. Slightly longer, 27.25. Quite head heavy, light, but head heavy. So room for you guys to add maybe some weight in the handle, leather grip, or something like that to tweak the balance. But if you like a hammer style balance like the Hyper Hammer 5.2, you probably enjoy this frame. But that's also out, so 2 new Ultra frames alongside the Pro Staff Classic. And there was some argument in the comments about whether the Pro Staff Classic was a new frame or if it was the V14 with a new cosmetic. And it is the V14 with a new cosmetic. It's the same layup. Wilson has clarified that. The same layup, but a new nice Pro Staff Classic inspired cosmetic. You might remember it from the 80s, the Pro Staff Classic. Very nice looking frame. So a bunch of new frames. We have new head speeds. We have new V cores. We have new arrows coming up. Stay tuned for our review. And we have these Wilson frames, the Ultra Tour 98, 95, and the Pro Staff Classic, even if it's a cosmetic update. So plenty of rackets to get lost and demo and get into the racket jungle. But I hope we can try to help you stay out of there and choose a frame and play your best tennis. Because if you're always testing new frames, you know it's going to drive you crazy and it's going to be tough to build muscle memory and play your best tennis. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day now, and don't forget to play some tennis.